Getting a lot of people texting in questions about, one, what happened to the Hammerheads, and two, what will it take to bring them back? I think that one's for you, Bill.
Oh, I guess so. What happened to the Hammerheads, I think that, you know, we just, I don't know, we just thought it needed new ownership. As the owners, we were, not that we didn't want to go to every game, but we felt like, or me personally, I just felt like it was time to sell it. I always worried about closing the team down. We found an owner, and for whatever reason, it didn't work out. But it's a lot of work. It's to Jim's point. It's community. It's a community-owned team. What is the future of the Hammerheads? Last April, or this past April, I mean, we're trying to get the team back. I had worked with an owner for probably 3 or 4 months from Chicago, quite a bit of money. He just couldn't get comfortable with the viability of the league. 2 weeks ago, I met with a group from the United Kingdom, and they are extremely interested. One drawback was Legion Stadium, possible turf, going to turf. You know, I think we would like that because, you know, multi-uses, all the sports could use it, but the psyche in England is they won't play on turf just because of the injury factor. You know, they pay those people so much money to play, and that's what we were wanting to do and make the Hammerheads successful, is bring in people from England. And I tried to sell the team to England a couple times. They're just so busy with everything, but we're going to get the team back. I'm hoping this year. We've got a lot of local money, over $100,000 of local money, and now we just need a little bit more. The league has promised me that they will help us. They will come in here and help us manage the team if necessary, but that's sort of an update. Just know that we are doing everything we can. Worked with Coach Irvin for a while on this, and there are a lot of prospects, but to this point, we don't have anyone, but we do need to have some prospects or an owner in place before long. But I would ask, this is sort of an appeal, if we do come back, you guys, we need your support. Ticket sales, sponsorship sales, and I know times are tough, but you know, it breaks my heart that the Hammerheads aren't here, so hope it breaks your heart. But we're doing all we can to get them back, and thank you for the question.
Another question at table set 27, Frank.
Several of the panelists have spoken about success in sports enterprises and different definitions of success. My question is, how important is branding in success of a sports enterprise, and what measures would you recommend with regard to branding?
Was the question branding?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know how to answer that. Branding was, you know, we were in business for 12 years and then 2 more years, 14 years. And when we sold the team, we had value, but we didn't know how to evaluate that, so we just sold everything. But as after the team left, I understood what we had accomplished over 10, 12 years, and I have fully got the branding rights to the team. So moving forward, I know that we probably could have sold the team a time or two before, but we didn't have the Hammerhead logo rights, etc. But now we do. But you know, branding is important, and we just didn't. Well, we aren't that good of business people, I guess, to understand what branding meant. But we were very proud of the Hammerhead brand, and you know, if the team comes back, it will be the Wilmington Hammerheads, which gives us, once again, city, community pride, etc.
Anyone else want to talk about in terms of building the brand? I mean, I think this goes to the point of building the following, the community, which we touched on some, but.
I think from our standpoint, one of the things that when I first came on board, one of our donors talked about when they would watch the basketball team on ESPN, sometimes it would say UNCWIL, sometimes it was UNCWILM, sometimes it was UNWILM. I mean, so just from a branding standpoint, you know, we had a discussion internally about just UNCW so that we could constantly get the name UNCW out there. So again, as you're looking on television and you see some of our teams on ESPN, look for those kinds of things. So I think that we've tried to do a really good job of just constantly pushing and talking about UNCW.
Question at table 32, John Lyon.
Yes, for the possibility of a baseball team here in the baseball stadium, how do you really view the demographics of New Hanover County and the surrounding counties for support of a baseball team? You know, the Hammerheads, you know, we were just talking about how we need folks out to support that, even on a smaller venue. But what's your objective look at New Hanover County and the surrounding counties for ongoing support of a baseball team?
Well, you know, we had a team in okay, let me answer it this way. The right stadium in the right place will do exceptionally well. It is not just let's have a baseball team. It's got to be in the right stadium in the right location as part of an overall development plan. The team will be very successful. I mean, my memory when we had a place down here was it wasn't unusual that the headline at the sports page was about American League Baseball. I mean, this is a baseball area, and if the event, teams are different about this, but some of the people that go to minor league baseball are interested in the game, and some of the people that go are not. I mean, it's a community event where you take the family and see your friends. As a matter of fact, we've had complaints about the lines at the Durham Bulls, and the reason for that is that we have community groups. We pay community groups, charities, to operate our concession stands, so they see all their friends and they talk to them all the time. We can't get anybody through the concession lines. Right, but that's part of the community aspect of it. People want to go to the ball game. I don't have any, if you take a look, I think the question is, do we have a resident, you can't rely on tourists is what I'm trying to say. You can't rely on people who come down here in the summer and on the weekends to support your team. You've got to have a population base, people who live here to support the team, and the population here is more than sufficient to support the team, in my opinion.
Another question, we're talking a lot about stadiums here. Another question, we're talking about different sports. Are there models out there where it works, where you have one facility that potentially, you know, one stadium that hosts baseball, soccer, football?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those. I don't think they're very successful. I think you can certainly have a baseball stadium and do concerts and other events if you get the right stuff to cover the grass. You can have lots of events in the baseball stadium, but the one that I know of that's a combined baseball and soccer didn't work. That's not to say we couldn't have a soccer stadium downtown here next to the ballpark. I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities there.